Zach. No microphone for that.
Mike, in the second half, your over here, your movement on and off the ball and in transition and in the half court was a lot more decisive. What do you think unlocked that decisiveness in the second half?
Well, we had a nice halftime talk, but I thought, to start the game, I thought we were a little tight, man. Guys not really familiar the first time, playing in front of a crowd. And I'm not using that as an excuse. How we missed so many layups around our bigs around the rim, and then we couldn't make free throws. And you got to give them credit. That team plays hard. They won 26 games last year, pretty much got everybody back, and they came in here and they played their butts off the first half, and I thought we adjusted and finally started playing Indiana basketball, and it started with our defense. I thought our second unit was fantastic, man. I thought Gabe came in and got that group, around him, and they started to really defend and got the lead that we needed to have.
Zach in front of Mason.
Mike, your length defensively, I imagine it's something that helps in the half court, but I think it's 26, 28 fast break points. Is that also something when you can get arms in passing lanes and you can just kind of quickly get the ball moving that can maybe get you guys running a little bit faster in transition?
Yeah, that's been a big emphasis, in getting the ball out. And, the way we try to play is X is not always the guy that's got to lead the break. That's why we work on ball handling every day. Our bigs can push it, but whoever's pushing it, we have to get ahead of the ball and then make the passes up the floor and create offense that way. And I just don't want to live in a half-court game this season, and I think we got enough talent out there that guys can, make plays. We only had 10 turnovers tonight, so I was pleased in that category as well.
Mason in front of Jack.
Coach, I know it's initial, but what did you see from Peyton Sparks' injury and kind of how is he doing right now?
No, he's going to be fine. He's a tough dude, man, and he'll be back on the floor, I'm sure, for Marion game.
Jack on your left and Seth.
Yeah, you mentioned in the second half kind of the defense in the second unit kind of creating that out, and you mentioned Gabe too, how do you think that unit kind of really propelled kind of team?
Well, again, if you follow me closely in the NBA, I've always stressed that the second unit is just as important as the first unit. And I've tried to build teams that way where if you're not getting it from the first unit, you can go get it from the second unit. And I think we're deep enough we can stay away from injuries that we can sustain that over the course of the season. And I know this is just one game, and we hadn't even talked about Kansas and Auburn and all the big-time schools that we gotta play, Connecticut, UConn rather. I'm just trying to build a team of guys that, when called upon, they're ready to play. And, I thought the second unit, they really responded tonight in that regard.
Seth, second row on the right.
Your guys had a little bit more trouble finishing inside in the first half, got it going more in the second half. Do you feel like you were getting the looks that you wanted there and the shots just weren't falling?
You that close to the rim, you got a 7-footer and a 6'9" kid and a 6'8" kid and McKenzie. The ball was just, it wasn't going in. And I told our guys we were too soft. We got to be tougher. You got to will the ball in, put it in the bucket. Don't hope that it go in. You got to put it in there. And I thought the second half we were better in that regard.
Zion, second row left, and Monty.
Mike, I know you've stressed the fact that the three-point shot isn't everything. You guys took 10 today. I just want to know, is there a certain amount maybe you want you to hit on attempts, or do you want to shoot more going forward?
Well, again, I don't put a lot of emphasis on it. If we got them, you got to take them. I'm not telling guys to pass up the three-point shot. And we had a few good looks, but their defense was pretty good the first half that really stymied us from just offensive movement. And again, a lot of that's on me. I gotta get us comfortable in terms of running offense. And I thought the second half we was much better. Our defense kind of generated some easy buckets for us.
Monty on your right, and
Woody, coming in today, what were you trying to accomplish, and what were your expectations?
Well, just trying to see if the two units could play. You know, we had been kind of playing pretty good in practice with two different units, and granted, we don't have Caleb Banks, with us, and he's a big piece to the puzzle. You know, I mean, we want him in the mix as well. But I thought Anthony Lill played a great game today, and he's been pretty good in practice as well. So I want to be able to play 9 to 10 guys. I mean, I think if I can do that, we can have something in the tank as we finish the season.
Luke on your right, last one.
Anthony Walker looked like he was making a few good decisions out there, making good plays with the basketball. What did you see out of him, out of the transfer portal, and what have you seen so far now that he's been with you in the program?
Well, we brought him on board because we thought, he does a little bit of everything. You know, I had to get on him in the one timeout because they were in the zone, and we threw it a couple of times to him, and he looked like he was hesitant. And then he came right back after me getting on him, and he responded with 2 buckets, inside the zone. And, I mean, he's been scoring and doing a lot of different things for us in practice, and I don't want that to go the other way. I mean, I brought him here to play, and, what he did in Miami is behind him. He just got to, worry about what he's going to do here for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right.